Hey guys, welcome to my video. To start off, Boaz aka John is actually a kind of a nickname of mine. I still had this clip in my computer and I thought, why not make use of it? So let's get started. So on the screen you can see what I have to prove for this video. And the first point is basically to prove that I've done my work in my project group and did my work in the expert groups as well. So that's what I'm starting with. The second and the third point are about giving feedback and receiving feedback, and not just giving feedback on paper with the peer reviews we had to do, but also give feedback face to face. And when you're receiving feedback, you don't need to get all defensive and maybe even aggressive, because the people who are giving you feedback are just trying to help you. So you have to accept it and work with it. So do not get all defensive and just accept it and do something with it. So without further ado, let's get started with point one. So with point one, I have to say that I do not have a lot of imagery about what I've done besides from the work that I've done. So on screen you see some screenshots of what I've done, and you can look at them or just close your eyes and listen to me explain. So my expert role was law and finance. I did that with someone else in my project group, so I was not alone. But first off, we made a SWOT analysis, so we could see really what the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats of the neighborhood were. And after that, we just looked for all the laws and policies and agreements that had to do with the specific area to get a basic overview of what we had to deal with. So besides doing work for our own project group, you can see us here doing work for the expert group. What we did is meet several times and just help each other out, ask questions, answer questions, just help each other. And of course this is not actually us working, but like I said, I do not have a lot of imagery of it. But it actually looked something like this, so that's why I decided to put these pictures on the screen for you. But after all these expert meetings and the project meetings, we had to get a little more specific. We needed to get a specific plan to make a specific roadmap on. So that was the next phase of our project. So again, we needed to have a lot of meetings just to sit with each other, brainstorm with each other, and try to figure out what the best measures are in this project. So we actually filled a lot of whiteboards, just like this one, just putting different measures next to each other and trying to figure out which are the best options. So then we came up with the plan to make the area all electric. All electric was the best outcome of different MCAs that we did. We basically did an MCA on like 6 different options, and this one came out as the best one. So after that we could base our plan on an all electric idea. The engineers and the stakeholders worked everything out, like the installations, the kind of insulation, and just all the people we had to deal with. So then me and my fellow policy and law expert could start on working everything out and telling everyone what everything would cost. And so after that we could start focusing on the roadmap, like we are actually still doing today. So we're still searching for the last pieces of the puzzle to put everything together and make a complete story to present to the municipality of Rijswijk. So that's a basic story about point one, the work I did. So now we can continue to point two, giving feedback. To start with the feedback we had to deliver on paper, we had to fill in these 3 peer feedback rounds. Each round was for a specific deliverable of another group, so we had to give feedback on a report from another group. So of course I missed one. I missed feedback round 2. I had to give feedback on the report of group 4. But meanwhile we were already one deliverable further, so I didn't want to give them feedback on an old product. So I asked for their latest product. I gave feedback on that face to face, and also filled out the basic questions that we had to fill out with all the other feedbacks. So here you can read the feedback that I gave to group 4 on their latest product, and this looks a lot like the feedback I gave to other groups in the other peer feedback rounds. So if you want to read this carefully, pause the video. If not, let's continue. So that was the feedback I gave to the other groups on paper, but we also had to give feedback face to face. And of that I actually have some imagery. So what we're gonna look at next is me giving feedback to my project members. So let's turn down the background music and let's get straight to the videos of me giving feedback.
Needs to be more organized, but has its great surprising moments.
Yeah, it speaks for itself, I think. Maybe you should buy something like an agenda, a physical one, because sometimes as a group we forgot some things, but we all look at you and we all forget something. So you're the leader, you're our boss, so we all think you should know everything, and we deliver it to you. But as it says, you have some great surprising moments that I really thought, wow, it looks like you're the male version of Enola. But it was sometimes, it was just great to see that.
Thank you very much. I'll take the agenda point into consideration.
Does the hard work, no one else understands. Thanks. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's all about the physics, the math, all the things normal people won't do that easy. I don't know if everything is correct, but you make it look so easy and so fast. You do all that stuff, so I really like that. Yeah, take 2. Ask great questions. You're a great guy. You're really nice to have in the project group. There are some questions in your head that pop up in only your head. So not even teachers thought about those questions. So that's really nice to see that someone can think out of the box like you do. But one thing I had to say was you spend too much time on stuff that isn't that important. Well, maybe it looks important, so like the maps, you spend a lot of time on, but eventually we didn't even use them all. So spend your time wisely. I think that's what I want to say.
It's just the person you need in a project group and great work.
Yeah. Self-explanatory thing.
No.
You're great. Sometimes you have people who, when you don't hear something of, they're like really quiet. They don't send you messages or apps. But you are one of those rare persons that doesn't send texts or something or emails, but you know everything is done on time and even more than we should need. So that's great.
Okay, thank you.
We need a lot more people like you.
I'll try to send more text.
Great social skills. Same story as Enola had. Also, we didn't know you before this project, and from day one, you were really social. Not even to the stakeholders, but also to us, so that was nice to see. But we don't see you as often as we see the rest of the project group, so maybe that's something. Attendance is very important. Most important, I think. You know what I mean? You've been my leader in quite a few projects now, and it always had positive results, like really positive. You're a great person to work with. A great leader. In this case, you weren't the leader, but you had a great leading role. One thing I think is school is important. Don't forget to live, because we can't get any higher than a 10. So if I get the max, don't go for 15 or 18 like we sometimes do.
Okay, thank you. I'll try.
So that was me giving feedback basically what we done was we wrote everyone's name on the whiteboard, and we wrote our feedback underneath their names, and everyone just explained face to face what the feedback was about. So that was me giving feedback. We can now turn to the final point, point 3, receiving feedback. It's in fact the same kind of video as me giving feedback, but then it's about my project members giving me feedback, so I receive feedback in this video. Yeah, let's go!
Okay, first one. Good at executing exact formulated tasks
Right, you skipped the goldfish. Yeah.
and needs more personal input.
Yeah, I think you did great at doing tasks that were handed to you
Thank
and
you.
formulated specifically, because there's not much of personal input. You follow it very good, but you don't take it in. Maybe that's something you
I
can
know.
do.
That's mainly because I always had such a great leader. And I love to sit back and just do my work and see that someone else is making one hell of a report of it. But I think you're right. I need to be more proactive, so I'm sure for myself that we deliver something great as a group, and not to be sure I have someone else doing that for me. So thank you for your feedback. Might need to be more proactive.
Yeah, kind of, Enola already commented on it. Yeah, sometimes you're a bit too laid back, and indeed some of it was my missing points as a leader, but yeah, sometimes also when we know what we need, sometimes you need to be a bit proactive of, oh, we need this, maybe I should try to...
Yeah, so I think you're right. You as a leader and me as one of the persons doing stuff for you, we need to be project members. We need to be more supportive towards each other and make sure that everyone is feeling fine and delivers great stuff. So
Team effort.
yeah, team effort, and I'm a part of the team, so I need to do my part. And if it doesn't work properly, I need to do some extra so that the rest of the team will be as proactive as I should be.
Yeah.
Thank you. Brings positive energy to the project.
Yeah, and it was really great to see you make funny jokes or make funny comments on matter of speech or things to lighten the project. That there is when we thought we had a lot of work to do, you can bring a positive vibe to it or look at it in a good funny way.
So great.
Yeah, it really everybody then just wanted to work and had fun at the project.
I love to hear that, so thank you. Yeah, thank you. Glad I could make some jokes. And something with a goldfish.
Yeah. You have a very short attention span, and that's maybe not too good for meetings when you're dwelling on the topic real quick.
Yeah.
But for the rest, good work.
Yeah, something to work on. I'm easily distracted, yeah, so there's something to focus on. Maybe because I don't know why it's like that, but I'm just easily distracted. So that's true, I need to work on that, yeah. How? I will find out, but I will. Thank you.
So that was me receiving feedback, and that was point 3. So this makes it the end of the video. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, which I really doubt, because it's just a school project. But thank you anyways, and let's see you in another time. Maybe the retake, I think. Bye guys.